A local rescue has saved thousands of animals over the last 25 plus years, but they're really putting an emphasis on these rabbits that need a forever home. Here to introduce us to some hoppy friends is Kyle Hendricks, Executive Director of Retired Rabbit Sanctuary. Wow, I heard you have saved 10,000 animals over these last years.
Yes, ma'am, we have. Would you grab George, please?
George is being a frisky animal. He will need to be adopted very, very soon. But tell me about how you've been able to do this.
By the grace of God. You know, every weekend somebody shows up, and one weekend it might be one rabbit. Another week, 2 weeks ago, it was 35 rabbits from 17 different states. They've come from all over. We've had 200 rabbits shipped in from Canada. We've had rabbits shipped in from Argentina and from every state in the Union.
Okay, and this is George, right?
This is George.
George, you're being a little wild child right now.
George is a lion head, and he is intact, which means he wants a girlfriend. And so when he sits down with Lulu, he says hi, and Lulu says no, no.
Lulu is the big mama. She is 25 pounds?
Lulu's a Flemish giant. She's 25 pounds.
Wow, and you were explaining she has that thick chin because of the babies she's had.
All females have a big chin, and they pull their hair from the chin so they can make the nests.
Okay.
And that's where they do their thing from. But being she's so large, she's got extra chins.
Well, we are so used to having dogs on the show and cats, but rabbits need a home too, right?
They do, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. And then little Wilma's only 8 weeks old, and she's not fixed. She's also intact. And we try to adopt out the ones that have been fixed because you don't want to produce a bigger problem. And then when people come out to adopt, we ask them to do an 8-hour training course or an 8-hour volunteer thing. Not in one day. I can't do one day anymore. But
because it's important to learn how to care for the rabbits. It's not just like a dog, right?
It's not a dog or a cat, and they are very destructive. They're beautiful animals, but they will chew through your iPhone cords and everything else in a heartbeat.
Okay.
And that's very costly.
Well, that is a great reminder for people who are like seeing them right now. Just a reminder that it takes a lot to care for them. And you know what, Kyle? I am so rude. I have not introduced the audience to Jack, who's on your shoulder. This is his service animal because, well, not just because, but I'm adding this to the story. Kyle just had open heart surgery, so thank you so much for being here today, and God bless you. I'm so glad you're okay.
Thank you so much. Jacob, would you trade George out for Wilma?
Okay, now we're going to see Lulu, y'all.
Oh, Lulu, I'm sorry.
She is a big girl. And what kind of family would be good for these rabbits, you think? Or is it
This is not a
single
first-time
home?
pet.
Okay.
Cats are a first-time pet, but rabbits are not a first-time pet. If you look, all rabbits have big feet. Okay. Big feet come with big claws. They've got over 40 pounds. They've got over 40 pounds of torque in their back leg. So when they go to cut you, when they go to grab you or cut you, they can get you really good. If you'll notice, her ear up here, she got in a fight last night with Cindy, her roommate, and
you just got to be careful with other animals, and you keep an eye on them and you try to do your best. How many rabbits do you have right now? We
stay usually at about 200.
Every time?
Well, like I said, 2 weeks ago we got 35 in. Last weekend we got 3 in. Okay. And every weekend it's a different course and everything else, and then the volunteers are extremely helpful.
Which this gentleman is a great volunteer.
He's volunteer from Jubilee Academy, and he comes out, he's volunteering for his high school credits and everything to go on to college.
Okay, well, thank you.